Welcome everybody to the Falcon one-shot. On the agenda, we have the Technomancer here today. Now this right here is a game that's developed by spiders, and by spiders I'm not talking about actual insects, arachnids or whatever. It's a development team spiders which brought us Bound by Flame, and I believe they had another title before that one, but I'm not familiar with that one myself. Where this game really shines is going to be the combat, which is just really fun. There's different combat stances which completely changes the gameplay for you, but the combat is just very fluid and responsive in that, assuming you go in for an attack, for instance, and you decide halfway through that command, oh, bad idea, I'm about to get countered. There is literally a way to cancel out of that attack mid-swing, so it just feels like a really fluid and responsive system, whereas other games, you actually go in for an attack, and unfortunately there is no way to cancel out, so it's kind of like this attack is going through regardless of which. So this system over here just feels really fluid and responsive due to that alone. The gameplay is more of a third-person RPG, very much like The Witcher, Mass Effect, things of that nature. And the atmosphere itself is very sci-fi, cyberpunk in nature, which I'm a big sucker for to begin with. There's obviously a lot of, technology involved, but there's also, this weird element of magic, which is where your Technomancers come to get involved with. But we'll cover that here pretty soon. For the meantime, let's get into the game and show you how this plays out.
At the source of all life, there is water. On Mars, where it is rare, water is a source of conflict, struggle, and death. Since the turmoil, there have been unending wars, fought over the possession of clean water. We are the forgotten children of Earth, trapped in this red, barren wasteland. Here, hell is not a concept, it's our reality. And the reality is that every drop counts. Then there were the unfortunates, caught in the full power of the sun's radiation, forced to deform, mutate into unrecognizable monsters. The others, the ones who remained similar to our ancestors in likeness, hid under massive metal shells governed by water corporations. But in the slums, people's lives aren't worth much more than the mutants. And I would know. That's where I spent the first 10 years of my life, under the boot of the Vori. Of course, in despair, there is hope. Some have begun to explore, travel even, from corporation to corporation, leaving their loyalties behind. We have organization, structure, and inevitably, politics. We have rulers, a people's assembly, and far removed from us, the Dowser, the inaccessible face of abundance. And finally, there's us, the elite protectors of the people, the spearhead of the army, my brothers and sisters who all share the same special gift. We are Technomancers.
Alrighty, so we get to customize our character. I do have a goal for this video, which is to get us to the boss, at least the very first boss. I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to do that in one single video. I might make a two-parter on the Technomancer. We'll see how this plays out, but it all depends on our progress over here. So when it comes to customizing your character, you definitely have different options. Skin color, different faces you can mess around with. I'm not going to spend too much time over here because I do want to make some progress, so there is a lot of customization options as well. Over here are going to be our talents, which is where you want to dump off your very first point. And we have Charisma level 1, which increases the chance of success and dialogue by 25%. Also negative 20 on prices with merchants. We have the Science level, which is going to be for some contextual science actions and also gives you some healing outside of combat. Crafting, which is going to let you, again, more chances of success and dialogue with crafting options. And it also lets you recycle equipment without a workbench, which is actually really ideal. I'm going to actually go with Charisma, however. There's also Stealth, Traps, and Exploration as well. I'm going to go with Charisma. I'm really big fan of just getting those skill checks or dialogues, so I'll go with that one. Let's continue. We'll go to our attributes now. There's different types of combat in this game. One of my favorite ones is the dagger and gun combination, which is actually more agility based. So I'm going to go with agility here for this one. But with strength would actually increase your hand-to-hand combat. Power is going to be for more energy regeneration, which is more of the Technomancer magic type of build. And we have the Constitution, which is going to be for more HP and more damage resistance, etc., etc. So I'm going to go with agility for this one right here. And that's about fine and dandy. Let me show you some of the crafting before we move on here. As I mentioned, I'm a big fan of the dagger and gun combination. So let me go into the dagger, which is going to be the serrated tanto here. And let's see, we have... Can we upgrade the hilt? No. We need some pieces of metal for that. We don't have that. But what about... Oh, actually, that was the guard. The hilt, we should be able to upgrade. Mouse, get on out of here. We have critical hit upgrade and disruption upgrade. Disruption works as a way to kind of stagger your opponents, so if you're looking to kind of get them out of their attack functions, disruption could really work out for your favor. I normally go with the staff for the disruption upgrades, though, and then for the dagger, I stick to the critical hit upgrades, so it kind of, I guess, scales better with that. So I'm going to go with a critical upgrade for this one, and while we're at it, let me go to the staff, and... pump this guy full of the disruption upgrades over here. So, level 1, level 1. Right now we only have level 1 access, but then eventually once you get more items and then more levels, you'll actually get to level 2, 3, etc., etc. So for now, I just want to do a bunch of disruption upgrades. So now our weapon, our staff, could actually disrupt up to 60% of the time, so that's really, really ideal. Our gun shouldn't have any upgrades at the moment. No, we're missing electrical debris for that. And then we could also upgrade our armor for better defensive capabilities and stuff like that. And we could also make a couple of focus injections, which is your mana in a sense, HP injections, and traps as well. But we don't have access to that, so it's about time for us to move onwards over here.
Oh, shit.
Zachariah, today, as you know, marks your final mission as a cadet. I trust you are prepared.
Of course, Master. Ready, willing, and able.
And a little nervous. Normal and expected. That's why I have gathered together your usual instructors to allow you to warm up and prepare. It's for you to ace the tests for each fighting technique. Prepare yourself. And once you are ready, join me at the station. From there, a train will take us to the mission site.
Thank you, Master.
Alrighty, so here we get to train our different combat stances, which, if you complete all these right here, you get like 10 experience for each one, which isn't really a big deal, but early on I guess it could help you out. Since I already know what I'm doing, I'll go ahead and just do one, show you some of the combat, and we'll skip into the very first mission over here, because I want to get to the very first boss at least, but I don't think we'll have enough time in one single video here. I do believe we cannot knock each other out, even if we completely remove ourselves of HP. So let me go into, let's see, stances. I want to go into sword, or not sword, but the dagger and the gun. Alright, so go ahead and lock on for one. We have dodging. With our gun, obviously, we shoot. That was a critical attack. When the game slows down, it means you've actually landed a critical attack on your opponent here. So that's the gun. After a while, it's going to actually overheat, so you can't really necessarily spam projectiles the entire time. I guess there's ways to kind of upgrade down the line. Over here we have our thrusting attack. And we've actually triggered a poison effect on him, which is another cool feature about the dagger and the gun combination. You could kind of use like some luring abilities, poison your opponent, keep away for a while, get some shots off. It's really, really impressive with that one. Let me swap over to the staff. Now this is going to be more important for, I guess, getting some staggers on your opponent over here. You'll be able to combo a lot. The game probably won't allow me to combo so well at the moment just because I'm technically supposed to be using the dagger and the gun for this little test over here. But I love how you flip around and dodge like you're a fucking Jedi. As I mentioned, the combat's really fun. And then we have the wrench, or any club in general, and club and shield combination. This one I'm not really too familiar with because I really don't use too often. But it's very similar. You could use your shield to knock opponents back. You could actually block with the shield as well. And you could just hammer them with the wrench in return. So more of a defensive capability, obviously.
Halt! Stop right there. We're conducting a search.
Look at this piece of shit. Well, what do we have here? Road trash seems lost, don't it? You forget we don't want your kind around here, Trav. Move your sorry ass out of here before you find yourself bleeding from both of them.
I'm sorry. I
didn't ask you to speak! Did I? You piece of shit! Why would I want to hear what you have to say? Waste of space! Please! Shut your mouth and just fucking die! A corpse will feed the rats. At least then you'd have a purpose.
Such a waste of life. A waste of space. Am I right? A rogue is a Zack, right? You can dress him up, but...
We used to obviously be a rogue ourselves. I'll keep silent here.
Zachariah, we're leaving. Certain people are graduating to the rank of officer today.
Oh, and you're
It does
not.
you well to serve only contempt to one worthy of nothing more. That is good. And with that, we should be off.
Now, there's an entire morality system in the game as well. You know, bad route, good route. Depending on the choices you make, it'll have an impact on the story as well as the companions decide to join you. And there's also like a really interesting kill feature we'll see here pretty soon. Alright, so now we have to follow Master
Zach,
Sean.
We are heading for the dome. It was built by the first settlers, a relic itself.
And what's there for us?
According to reports, looters, who, in our interest, it would be best to keep out of the dome. Zachariah, do you remember your first lesson?
On the scarcity of life?
Indeed, the very one. Kill a fellow unfortunate and, in this hell, only the more alone we will become. Disable the looters, but spare their lives.
So, you essentially are able to bring down enemies completely. And once they're completely knocked out, that's when you have the chance of either killing them or not. If you kill them, you actually acquire serum, which is actually used for crafting mechanics down the line. Or you could just leave them alive, as the Master Sean just mentioned. And again, it's going to be based on the whole morality system of the game, as well as certain companions are okay with you killing and some are not. So right now, there's also a stealth mechanic, but I think the game will take us through that here pretty soon. For now, we're just going to go ahead and do some regular combat. Just dodge around if we can. Master Sean's going to give us a hand here with the combat as well. As you saw how I just cancel out of the attack midway, that's what I mentioned about the combat being so fluid, in that you could actually just cancel away. This guy just kind of poised through my entire attack system. Ho ho ho! Let me get some shots over here if we can. Boom. Boom. One more should just about bring you down. And he's down. What happened to Master Sean over here? I'm taking on 3-on-1. Come on, Master. Okay. Trying to swap over. Let me show you. We haven't done the Technomancer abilities just yet, which is actually really important. Let me go and do that if I can here, which is going to be done through action. So, oh, I was canceled out of it. Excuse me, ladies. I'm trying to show something off here. Ladies, please. Okay, so right now I use my Technomancer ability to upgrade the damage of my weapon with electricity. This is actually going to help you stun on occasion as well. And blessing your weapon, in a way, isn't the only thing you can do with the Technomancer abilities. You can actually shoot these abilities as well. Let me use it on her. We want to go... Boom. 2 attacks right there. Master Sean, really? You getting knocked out by a regular thief over here? Who's teaching who? Okay, that's actually a really cool ability, though. No lie. Let's just bring this one down. There it is. So they're all knocked out. We have a chance of pillaging their body for just items and regular stuff that you'll use for crafting, but you could also kill them for serum. And as I mentioned, the serum is going to be used for making other items down the line. Specifically for more of the Technomancer abilities like mana, you'll be able to make a lot of the mana injection, which I forget its name already. Fuel something, if I'm right. But you'll be able to make a lot of that off of the serum. So, and also HP potions as well. So it's up to you if you want to kill him or not. Here we found a light Noctis Raider shirt, which is cool. I'll go ahead and take that. More than likely, it's not better than what we're wearing, but you could break it down for some items down the line. So there ahead. We went ahead and looted everything without killing him, because we want to, you know, get on Master Sean's bad side over here. Let's see. I guess we'll use the staff here for a bit. Let's see if I remember how to do the stealth stuff. Let's see. Stealth will be down to here. And just zap him in the back of the head. Awesome. And he's down. And here we go and observe. 500 experience just for observing. Report back to Master Sean, and we have level 2. Let's see about our skills here. So, since I like to use more of the... Actually, the Technomancer is not a bad idea, too, if you want to keep, or at least try to get a couple more of those charges that we talked about just now. But I'll go with the Rogue, and probably add into slashing. So, with this upgrade, I do believe when you go in for your attack, your slash attack, you have a higher chance of dodging attacks in the same time. So I think it goes up to like 35, and then the next upgrade goes up to like another 35 if I'm right. So while you're attacking, you also have a chance of dodging with that upgrade just now. So really, really cool. I think Master Sean should be somewhere down over here. I keep trying to call this guy Sean Bean, but if I call him Sean Bean, he's basically destined to die in this game.
A lot of them, but they're not equipped to be more than a nuisance.
Take care nonetheless, Zachariah. That guard there, separated from his group. Sneak on him and the battle will be easily won.
Oh, this will be the stealth thing? Well, I already kind of took care of that myself. There's another thing we haven't talked about, and I'm not sure if you noticed, it's a bit dark, right? We actually can turn on a light, which I should be doing here. Let me see if I remember how to do that one. There we go. We got a little bit of light now. And I'm not sure if this actually bothers or at least impacts your stealthing. I hope not, but I do like to row in this game with the light on, just because, you know, get a better look on the surroundings around us. So, let me go into stealth here if I can. Continue stealthing. Just go ahead and sneak up on homeboy here. Oops. Wrong key. Oh boy. Good thing you didn't notice that. Alright, gonna punch me in the face? What kind of a dick are you? Dodge through, and you are poisoned at the moment, aren't you? Oh my god, I love the dagger and gun combination, so he's down. Master Sean, always getting into trouble by yourself, huh? Can't leave you alone, can't take you anywhere. You, my friend, are poisoned. Couple of shots here. Oh, overheated. Nope, 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 no. No can do, my friend. So you're down. Let me swap over to you. As I mentioned, they can poise through attacks as well. That's where the disruption is really important. That's where the staff really excels at disruption. Oh my god, it's so awesome. Alrighty. Master Sean, come on, dude. I always gotta bail you out here. Get a shot, and that should just about do it. Let's do something different. Let me go and swap over to the shield combination, which is something I don't really use too much. I think it's actually a really strong weapon, but it's just very slower based. Oh, okay, there's no fancy dodging. You kind of do like this little weird dash forward, but there's no fancy, like, you know, rolling or Jedi type of dodge. I getcha. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and block through the attack still. Not really as fancy, but so be it. Ooh. That was pretty cool. Like a semi-parry of some kind. And you're done. Yeah, it's not really too much my flavor, though. It seems a bit too plain and basic compared to the staff and the dagger and gun combination. So let me use the staff here a bit more. Oh, I got spotted with the other guy over there. Not a big deal. Oh, we have a dude with a gun, though. Alright, so now we have to worry about range on them as well. Can be the guy over on that side. Should be using my Technomancer arc more often, too. One dude down. Nope, don't you dare. Nice. Cool. Level 3. Let's go ahead and just fry this bitch. Boom! Very nice. Let's go, Master Sean. Again, I could be looting these bodies. There's another workbench over there, which I could get some more upgrades to my equipment, assuming we got the debris for it, which I do believe I should if I went ahead and looted more often. But I want to show you the first dungeon anyway. Now these critters are really interesting because they're actually a really good source of serum, and you can kill these because they're not human, so this is not really a big deal. And they go down really, really easy. So you have a gun, you can actually just shoot them down. One shot is enough for a kill for each one.
I wonder if initiating you is the right thing to do.
What do you mean? Am I not ready?
No, you're ready, Zachariah. With that, there is no doubt. I worry about you and care for your happiness. Once you become a Technomancer, there's no going back. You lose your freedom. From the moment our abilities are brought into the light, to the moment the light is snuffed from our eyes, the Technomancers are nothing but pawns on a chessboard. We have no free will. Abundance forces its will on us. This door, it is the same as that in our chapel. Accessible only to the combined energies of 2 Technomancers.
Alrighty, and this right here leads to our very first dungeon towards our first boss. I might come back with one more episode of this and show you that boss fight. We'll see how it plays out. But this is the Technomancer. All the information for the game will be down below in the description if you want to check it out. Again, it's a really, really fun game. The combat is really, really fluid. It looks amazing, honestly. And yeah, it's just a really fun title. As I mentioned, I've gotten pretty far already off camera, and I'm planning to continue playing myself. So I might come back with one more video and show off that boss fight. We'll see how it plays out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.